I'm Tanya Peterson with the Anxiety-Schmanxiety blog on healthyplace.com. Today, I would like to share with you a technique that can help work on the physical symptoms of anxiety, as well as help calm those racing thoughts. It actually comes to us from play therapy. It's playing with sand. Now, play therapy isn't just for kids. It's for adults and children alike. And if you're in therapy using sand, the actual formal therapy is going to be more involved than what I'm going to share with you today. This is just borrowing the same concept so you can work on your own. It won't go as deeply as it would in therapy, but what it does is it helps the physical symptoms and helps calm your mind. So when you're playing with sand, it doesn't have to be fancy. You can use a shoebox full of sand. You can get sand in a hardware store. You can also use a bucket, any kind of pail. This isn't an expensive technique, but the goal is to physically just work with the sand. This box has dry sand, and that has the advantage of just letting you pick it up, let you run it through your fingers, maybe bury your hand in it, and just feel the effects. Focusing on that and doing some movement and actually manipulating something while you're breathing, but you're doing something in addition to breathing, helps calm that physical tension. Have you ever, with anxiety, just felt so tense like you're going to explode and you can't really do anything about it? That's where sand play comes in. You can just run your hand through dry sand, or you can use a bucket of wet sand. With wet sand, you can actually form something into like a little castle and smash it. You have that advantage of really getting out some of that tension. And at the same time, you're calming your mind because you can just feel it, focus on the smashing or focus on running your hand through the sand. And when you're focused on that, naturally, your thoughts begin to calm down. You can actually use little critters if you want to, sometimes burying them and finding them. They can sometimes represent something that you're dealing with, and you're dealing with somebody, a stressful boss at work, and there he goes. That doesn't solve your problem, but it helps get rid of some of that tension. An alternative to sand that does very, very similar things is rice. If you don't want to go to the hardware store and buy sand, but you have rice around your house, put some rice in a box. The difference is rice you can't form into a lump and then smash it down, but it does everything else. So sand play, again, is something that really helps reduce that physical tension and those racing thoughts. It's calming, it gives your muscles something to do, and it works on anxiety in the moment. It's not a long-term fix, but it's a short-term relief of symptoms. So give it a try. It's not just for kids. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.